I didn't put you there. Hold on. Hi. I didn't know you guys were there. Yeah. This rifle just wants to be on the camera. She's a beaut. Yeah. But, what are we going to talk about today? We're actually going to talk about rifles. Shocker. I know, we've been talking a lot about archery. And stuff like that. And I like fumbling with bullets. So we're going to actually talk about rifles today. And we're going to talk about a few key things that I think you should have an idea of and maybe think about when you're getting ready to start rifle hunting or getting into purchasing a rifle in general. So what are we going to talk about? Well, first thing we're going to talk about is what round you should choose. Okay, well, no better round than 30-06. That is God's caliber. That thing has been to sea to shining sea and kicked butt in every country that it's been in. It is a fantastic round, and I think it's one of the greatest rounds that was ever invented. It came in the bar, Browning automatic rifle 30-06. Oh, buddy, they sat there and on there, just bell war, you know. Okay, in all honesty, I think 30-06 is a great round. Now, depends on who you are and what you're going into, right? And what you're hunting for, right? No, 30 caliber all the way for everything that you hunt. Squirrels, ducks, everything. You need a 30 caliber. No other way around it. No, I'm kidding. You don't need a 30 caliber for small game, but you need a 30 caliber for big game. My opinion, okay? Does my opinion matter? Yeah, to me. But probably nobody else. But I figured I'd give you guys my opinion because I like to hear myself talk. So, 30 caliber, I think, if you're looking into going deer hunting, elk hunting, bear hunting, I'm the type of person that's like, man, I want to buy one rifle that could do it all. And in all honesty, a 30-06 really can. 30-06, you can elk hunt with it, and you can elk hunt at decent range and still have great penetration, great bullet transfer or energy transfer at distance because it's 30 caliber, and it's a great round. And so 30-06 I really like, and that's what this is chambered in. Now this is my great grandfather's gun, and this thing is awesome, and it's old, but it is a great round, and it's a Model 700 Remington. Probably one of the most popular platforms out there to this day, and especially the action. But 30-06, I really think it's a great round. Now, if we're going to talk about other rounds or anything like that I would say are rounds that you should look at, and yes, they're going to be mostly 30 caliber or comparable to 30 caliber. A great deer round that I think is a really good, that is the 6.5, not Creedmoor, don't buy that, buy the PRC, okay, the 6.5 PRC. That is a great round to look at and get into. It has really good, it's as flat shooting as the Creedmoor, but it's got a lot more nuts, a lot more powder behind it, and it's got a lot more, energy transfer, and that's what you're looking for when you're hunting, okay? Energy transfer or knockdown power, right? And that's going to make the animal not go very far when you're getting a decent amount of energy transfer compared to the 6.5 Creedmoor. Now, I'm not crapping on it, okay? If you have it, sorry for your loss. We'll pray for you here. We love Jesus here. I'm kidding. It's still a great round, and it really is. It's flat shooting and everything like that. But what people use it for sometimes, I'm just like, I don't think I would do that. For me, it's like I'm a 30 caliber kind of raised guy. Like 30 caliber, I still think is better and more ethical than that round, particularly. I would choose 270 over that round. I mean, to be honest, I might choose 243 over that. And I think if you're just going to do a 243, you might as well just, step up and do a 6.5 Grendel. Now that's a pretty sweet round. There's just one 6.5 that I don't like, and it's the 6.5 Creedmoor. And it's the selling point. Like, okay, now we're getting into the weeds. Anyways, we'll talk about that in a second, okay, because it's going to take the whole video. But 30 caliber, so another great round talking about the 6.5 PRC. Now you're going to talk about the little bit bigger brother, which is the new kid on the block, with the 7 PRC. That's another great round. The reason why I like it also is it's got the bigger mass of the 7mm bullet, like the 7 mag, and 7 mag is still a good round. 300 Win mag is a good round, but that 7 PRC, and I'm a PRC fan. They really this is where they have taken all of the information from, you know, the 6.5 Creedmoor, and they made the 6.5 PRC. And Hornady's like, oh, we can outdo that and make it better. And that's what they did. And then Hornady's like, oh, we're going to make a big version of that to basically outdo the 300 Win mag, which has been a very great round, and that's another round that I would suggest looking at. 300 Win mag, or the 300 Weatherby also. And they're like, man, we want something as powerful as that 300 Weatherby, but as flat shooting as that 300 Win mag. You know what, we're going to make a bigger bullet that travels better, and we're going to take a 375 H&H, I think it's the Action Armor. They took a 375, I think is what it was, casing, for like an African big game round, necked it down to a 300 caliber long bullet, long boat, long boy, big boy. And they're like, we're going to make this a flat shooting long range rifle round. And they did. And it is awesome. I've actually killed 2 deer with it? 1 deer. So my dad has one, and I used that, and we hunted with suppress, which was the first time I ever hunted suppress, and I killed mule deer doe with it. Awesome round. And I'll tell you this, you want to know why I love that round? Because at 250 some yards, I shot a doe behind the shoulder. Not in the shoulder, behind the shoulder. Hit her in the heart. And you want to know how far she went? She didn't go far at all. She just dropped where she laid. Then my dad, hunting suppressed, got the opportunity that deer didn't know what just happened. He had a doe tag, and I slid the rifle over to him, and he shot a deer out of the same herd. And what did it happen? He dropped it in his track. It didn't go anywhere. 300 PRC, ain't messing around. And you know, I honestly think that would be a great weapon for the next round to build for the Army for their new sniper rifle configuration. Something flat shooting like that, big bullet. Whoo-wee, man, talking about some, yeah. Anyways, you can tell that I have experience with that one, and I really do like it. So 300 PRC. And I know I already said 7 PRC. Now we're going to get into, because we're doing kind of like timeline. I haven't shot the 7 PRC yet. My dad actually bought one. He loves it. And it's basically like you're getting the best of both worlds. It's a little bit smaller of a round compared to the 300 PRC. And he says that it just doesn't kick as hard as the 300 PRC. And he's like, it's fun to shoot. And he's like, and he got it in a lighter frame rifle too. So he's like, it's fun to shoot still. So that's what he's got. And he actually has had every single one of those PRCs, and they are all great rounds. So if you're looking to buy a brand new rifle and you have the money to buy one of those, definitely look in the PRC era. Stay away from the 6.5 Creedmoor. If you want something in like an AR platform that you're wanting to hunt deer with, the 6.5 Grindle is a great round, or 308, always a great round. And then we'll talk about another round that I like, and then we also gave honorable mentions to the 7 mag and the 300 Win mag. Still very great rounds, and then also 300 Weatherby. One thing I don't like about 300 Weatherby is it is a heavy bullet. It kicks like a sieve, and they're flat shooting, but that bullet tumbles really fast, and it's hindered. And I think it's got more punch than a 300 Win mag, but 300 Win mag kind of outshines it in that flatter shooting. So if you're looking for something that's a little closer and more like dense areas, you can be hunting like in the mountains or anything, and you're hunting and you get an opportunity to take 300 Weatherby, it's still a great round. Knockdown power, it ain't going anywhere. But those are kind of the rounds that I do like. Okay, and 270, I'll give an honorable mention to that. That's a great round for anybody kind of starting out. 243 is a great round for kids. Actually, a really good round for kids that I like, that is that new 7mm08. 7mm08, kind of read on that. That's a pretty good round. Or even the 6.5 Grindle. It's a very flat shooting, and an AR platform might be really good for kids. You can suppress it, and that honestly probably would be a very good one for kids to start out with, for deer hunting particularly. And it will shoot at decent range, and still has a decent amount of velocity. It's definitely not a super long range one for deer hunting, but it's definitely for kids. I think it's a very great intermediate round that you can get. We're shooting a little bit bigger of a bullet. And so now I'm talking about these 6.5s, and I'm like, why do you hate the PRC? Or not the PRC, the Creedmoor. Now we're going to talk about rounds like I'm not particularly fond of Ford. I mean, 6.5 Creedmoor is a great round. You could deer hunt with it, and it really is a good round for that. But I wouldn't go any higher than that. I'd shoot deer with it, and that's it. I'd shoot bear, and you could kill an elk with a 270, and I'd trust that more than a 6.5 Creedmoor going after anything bigger than a whitetail or mule deer. Be great for antelope hunting. I honestly think it's fast, quick bullet. Be great for antelope hunting, but I just don't like it. I don't think it has enough nuts to do the job. I even think 6.5 PRC, you're really being narrow. Like, it's a very, like, if I had to, right, and it was my backup rifle, I could definitely get the job done. And it's all about shot placement too, right? You're talking about shot placement and all these things, but I like that bullet energy transfer, okay? That's that in slow-mo when you're watching guys shoot longer ranges and you're seeing that impact, and you'll watch the flesh or the hide kind of roll after it hits them. And, you know, if you've ever watched ballistic gel get shot, right? It's that wiggle, right? That's that energy transfer that it's taking that, and now it's just dumping what it has excessive into the body cavity, and that's what's going to help give better blood. That's going to get better. It's just like, all right, let's just think of it like this. All right, horsepower is how fast you hit the wall. Torque is how far you take the wall after you hit it. Kind of the same idea with bullet transfer compared to penetration. Penetration is can go through and hit it fast, right? And it's going to go deep, right? But it's kind of like you also, and I guess penetration is the same as the wall going with it. But torque is that raw power, that extra power that's pushing that, and it's gonna hurt a lot more. The animal's not gonna want to go down as walk as far. You don't feel it. And what I mean, like an ethical kills feel it, is like I just feel like it's gonna take it out faster. It's more ethical that way. Now, there's plenty of people out there who have killed Creedmoor or shot an elk with Creedmoors and done it. But I have not seen a video yet where I've seen one drop. And if there's a video out there and you guys know of one or whatever, or you have an experience where you've dropped an elk with a 6.5 Creedmoor in its tracks without spining it or going through the shoulder and doing a clean behind the shoulder shot, and it just decided to lights out, you let me know, because I still haven't seen one to do that. I've seen guys shoot in Eland in Texas with a 6.5 Creedmoor. It took multiple shots with that. Now, 300 PRC, I think, could have maybe done it more. Now, elands are absolutely massive animals, so even 300 PRC might not be great for that. But anything native to the North American continent, 300 PRC, you're going to wreck all day long. Or 30 caliber. 30-06, I would trust more of the 6.5 Creedmoor. Yes, Creedmoor. Now, talking about moving on from rounds, and it's a very touchy subject for some of you guys, I know. And I'm sorry if I hurt your feelings, but this is America, and I'm sorry. What we're going to talk about now is we're talking about a lot of controversial and hard things to talk about today. We're also going to talk about weight. And that's a big thing right now with guys that are getting into packing and packing up into the mountains. And they're wanting a rifle that's very light so that they can carry, you know, as much stuff as they possibly can with them to pack in and camp out, you know, in that style of hunting. It was great. It's a great idea to a point. And what I'm going to get to say on that point is I don't like a very light rifle, because having a little weight's going to help give you some of that resistance when you're shooting your rifle. That's going to give you resistance, which means it's going to help slow that rifle coming back and recoiling back on you. And that's why Barrett 50 BMG is as heavy and as big as it is, because you want to mitigate that recoil as much as you can. So that's why it's a bigger rifle. Okay, it needs those heavier components to handle the size of the round, but it also helps mitigate recoil. And that's a huge thing, is mitigating recoil. That's going to help with shot placement and things like that. Now, that's where that 6.5 Creedmoor, no one talked about it, shines. It's a very light round, and it shoots light recoil. So having a lighter platform rifle is okay, because you might get a little more recoil, but you're not going to really notice. Now when you're shooting 30 caliber, you have no choice but to feel the recoil in all aspects of 30 caliber. But a heavier rifle does help. This is not a very light rifle. This is, shoot, let's not drop it. This is a heavy rifle. And let's just say it like this. You can see that this table bows, okay, this is plywood, it's 1/2 inch. It bows pretty good when I just put my elbows on it. Now I didn't push down, so we're just going to gently set my elbows down and just let the rifle kind of slip down. It pushes down on it pretty good. You can probably see it push down a little bit as it's this. But it's not a light rifle. I'd say it's about 10 pounds or more. I don't know, 10, 12 pounds. It's a heavy rifle. It's not a handgun, okay, but it's heavy. And it's a regular penciled barrel. It's a classic barrel. It's nothing can, but there's, but that's gonna help with recoil. I have a bigger scope on it. It's a Venom, Vortex Venom on it, and it's a heavier scope because it's a bigger optic thing on this scope. And then of course I have this, and then I have a sling, and then I'm also getting a sleeve for rifle rounds on here. And of course when it's loaded, it's going to add more weight to it. So it's going to be a heavier rifle. It's going to kind of suck maybe to pack in and pack out with. But that's something I'm willing to deal with because I'm okay with having a heavier rifle. I like feeling the weight of the rifle when I'm shooting it. I feel like I can be more solid. I feel better with it. When you're shooting something that feels really light, it feels, to me, sometimes really cheap. And I don't like feeling cheap, even though this is the cheapest rifle I own because it was free $99. And that's the only rifle I own right now. But it is a nice, heavier rifle, and I prefer a heavier rifle. And now there's guys out there that make light rifles that do fantastic. I'm just not a huge fan of them. Now I think they look sick, and they are nice to carry around. And it's a double-edged sword, right? There's good things and bad things about both. But in my opinion, a heavier rifle is going to help you out in the long run. And the reason why, especially when you're starting out, getting good, you're going to want to go to the range and you're going to shoot as much as possible. You're going to want to get good with the rifle, and having a heavier rifle is going to help you out, I think. It's just my opinion. Now, we went from calibers I like, calibers I don't like, to talking about weight and why I think heavier rifles are a little better than lighter rifles and why I'm okay with it, carrying that extra weight. And this is it. If you're worried about weight, hit the gym more. Or carry less of something else. Or don't cry about it and suck it up. Please like and subscribe. We really like you guys here and we hope you guys stay. And I know I just told you to suck it up, but it's my opinion. Now, moving on to our final thing we're going to talk about is scope. Okay, this is an older rifle. This rifle is actually older than I am by like 15 years, maybe 20 years. My grandfather bought this brand new out of the catalog, and I think it was out of a Sears catalog when he bought it. He bought this brand new, and this has been in my family ever since. And so he bought this brand new. It's very nice. BDL 700 Remington. Great round, great platform, whatever. But it's an older rifle, right? So it's not brand new in any sorts. But it's been kept in good condition and it shoots great. Maybe you need to get a new barrel in the future. It might be shot out. I'm not quite sure. I'm going to take it to Gunsmith and check the rifle. But this has been to Colorado and a bunch of other states and stuff, and it's been hunting. And it has killed an elk. It's just my grandfather got hurt after it and could not find it. He actually, I can't remember exactly what happened, but you got sick or whatever. Pawpaw, if you're watching, you can go ahead and leave down a comment below and let us know exactly how he lost his elk. I think it may have been a scope, I can't remember. But I put a different scope on it, and it originally had a, I've got it right here, let me grab it. If I can get it out. So, this had like the original scope that it had on it. And this is a Weaver Marksman 3x9 scope. And you can barely see out of this thing. But this is what it had on it. Okay? And it's been on it, and this scope and this rifle have killed a lot of deer. My Uncle Billy, he's killed a lot of deer with this rifle, particularly. And so had my grandfather. I think he's killed quite a few deer with this. Or my great-grandfather, he's killed a couple deer with this. But this is a very old scope. And I was like, you know what? Let's kick it up a notch, and then I got the Venom. This is going to be... Second. This is going to be the most important thing you're going to put on your rifle. And that is the scope. Scope. So, like I say with anything, when you're talking about making ethical kills and stuff, you're going to want to not risk on some money. You can save money. These were not very expensive. This was pretty expensive. Now, being military, I got a really nice discount. I really love Vortex for that. They give a fantastic military discount. Guys, I really, really like this brand. They do a great job. They do great work. And I really do like the Vortex Venom. I think it is the best high quality budget, lower end budget scope. You're getting the same quality build as a Strike Eagle, which is one of their higher end scopes. You're getting the same build quality, and I'm pretty sure it's around the same glass with this scope. So it's a fantastic scope, and I think I'm actually a little unlevel, and I need to redo that. But I just snapped this on there not too long ago. I haven't sighted it in yet. But I really do like the scope. I like how it works. But this is pretty sure so this is the ERV. This is a first focal plane scope. And then you have so it depends on what scope you're going to use, whatever. And it doesn't matter if you're using first focal plane or second focal plane scopes. It doesn't matter. This is a MOA scope, so it does make adjustments for MOA, and it's it was an EBR7C MOA reticle. So, and it goes all the way to 23 MOA, I think, is where it goes all the way to. So, you have 23 MOA, I think is what it says. Oh, I have the box right here. Anyways, screw it. Whatever, I can't read it right now. This video's getting a little longer than it needs to be. But, scope is very important. And it doesn't matter what focal plane you use. I'm not a big pusher of any of that. I'm a big pusher of what is comfortable for you, what do you understand, and what do you go out and actually shoot and have experience with. Okay? This is a new experience for me, and I'm going to be trying it out and getting it ready. Do I have to do it right now? No, actually I don't. And it's because I didn't get a deer tag this year. And North Dakota sucks. You have to draw out as a resident to get a rifle tag. Please fix that. And when I'm saying fix that, maybe we'll do a video on that in the future, is it's like, when you have 586 tags left over from the first draw, and you have a second draw going, that means there's probably enough tags to just go ahead and start giving out at least each resident 1 rifle tag and 2 bow tags. Or give out 2 bow tags guaranteed a year if you're going to have these issues with the rifle thing, instead of having 1 bow tag and 1 rifle tag that you're not guaranteed. And get rid of doing gratis and giving all these farmers extra tags, and give it to the people and make us have that's on a whole nother thing. But I'm upset I didn't get tagged. My brother did get one though, so we're gonna definitely have videos this year on rifle hunting for mule deer. We'll definitely have some of that. And if I don't have my deer down with my bow, I might carry my bow around with me while we're down there and maybe get a shot at killing a deer with my bow down there, if that happens. But thank you guys for watching. I hope this was a fun, I feel like this was a triggering video for me because of Creedmoor. I hate Creedmoor. But I appreciate you guys for coming and enjoying and watching this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I know it's a little bit different than what we've been doing, especially because this is a completely different platform of weapon or tool. This is a tool to be able to take down and hunt. And it's something that we all love to do, and I hope you guys love that on this channel. That is what the focus, besides Jesus and besides God, the focus is hunting in the outdoors. But let me know what you guys think down in the comments. I know this is kind of a different video and stuff like that, and it's kind of a little different. But I hope you guys enjoyed it. God bless you guys. I appreciate you guys. Christ is King. He is the Lord of Lords. He is why we are here, and He is the reason why we are doing this. And, you know, yeah. But that's talking about rifles today and kind of my things about them and just little things that I think about when I'm hunting. And if you guys like this, or you'd like to hear something that's a little more better thought out, I guess, or more in detail, let us know down in the comments below. Your guys' comments mean a lot to us. Thank you guys for watching. We appreciate it. We love you. God bless, and have a great day.